Shocking news has just been announced by the federal government. Seniors and Social Security recipients could begin to see their monthly benefit checks grow by a significant amount. Experts have shared that a roughly $200 benefit increase is going to be passed very soon if the cost of living continues to surge. Here is some breaking news. Social Security recipients could see a 10.5% increase in their payments next year, driven by the steep rise in inflation. According to the Senior Citizens League, an advocacy group of seniors, that would add about $175 to the average monthly retiree benefit, which is currently around $1,700. But it still may not be enough to cover seniors' costs if price hikes are not tamed in coming months. The estimate is based on the June reading for an inflation measure the SSI uses to calculate the annual COLA. It rose by 9.8% over the past 12 months compared with the 9.1% annual jump for the broader and better known Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers. Just how much more retirees, Americans with disabilities, and other recipients will actually receive won't be determined until the fall. The official adjustment, which the agency releases in October, is based on the average inflation during the third quarter as measured by CPIW. If inflation increases in the coming months, the 2023 adjustment could be 11.4%, the league said. If price hikes moderate, the benefit bump could be 9.8%. A separate estimate from the Committee of a Responsible Federal Budget found that if the current inflation trend continues, the adjustment will be 11.4%. If inflation remains at the June level, the increase will be 9%. Whatever it is, the adjustment will likely be the largest since the early 1980s, the last time seniors received a double-digit boost. It is really important that Congress takes action as soon as possible to pass more relief. According to a recent survey, half of the seniors said that they had to spend emergency savings over the past year. That compares to 36% in a survey done last year. Democratic Representative AOC and other members of the squad of progressive Democratic lawmakers are continuing to pressure Biden into passing a new executive order that would eliminate all student loan debt for eligible Americans. Ocasio-Cortez shared in a Twitter spot that canceling student loan debt is one of the few rare opportunities that Biden has to go big without the Senate. He needs to take it.
He did an excellent job. You know, public speaking is very difficult, but you hope that at the end of your presentation that you not only share something that people may not know and in that way teach them, but that you help them to feel something. And your words caused all of us to feel something about our mutual commitment. So thank you for that. Outstanding. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's good to be with everyone. And I want to just thank all of you for being here and for all that you have done. You know, it is a very challenging time in our country right now on this topic and many others. And it is good to be back in Miami with all of you and with the leaders who are here on the campus of FIU to discuss a very important topic. And I particularly want to thank the members of our administration, the leaders who have been doing extraordinary work on this subject. Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, NOAA, yes? NOAA Administrator Rick Spinyard, and FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell. Thank you all. Thank you. I also want to thank the members of Congress who are here. We have Congresswoman Frederica Wilson who is here, and Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick who is here. They were kind enough to meet me on the tarmac as we arrived this afternoon, so thank you. And I also want to thank the local officials who are here, including the Mayor of Miami Beach, Dan Gelber. And to everyone, thank you for your leadership and thank you for your hard work. So for years, our nation and many of us have discussed, have lamented, have talked about the threat of climate change. For years, we debated the potential impact that climate change could have on our communities, on our country, and our world. And today, we know the impact if Folks weren't clear about it before. Just watch the evening news and see that the time for debate is long past. Climate change has become a climate crisis, and a threat has now become a reality. In recent days, deadly floods have swept through Missouri and Kentucky, washing away entire neighborhoods, leaving at least 35 dead, including babies, children. As has been reported, 4 children from one family. So the devastation is real.
Increase the base funding schools receive by $5 billion for the upcoming year and by $10 billion in 2024 through 2025. Nearly $5 billion will be directed to universities and community colleges for deferred facilities maintenance and expansion of student housing. Another $1 billion will be earmarked for preschool programs, everybody. So, do you think that President Biden is doing all that it takes to send out the fourth stimulus check? And if you found this video useful, then tell me in the comments down below. SNAP monthly benefits, everybody, are going to be changing in a big way for millions of you guys. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer have actually agreed on a new timeline for the new social spending bill. You want to watch to the end of the video to find out how to receive the fourth stimulus check. Without further ado, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer met to discuss the possible legislation on reduced gasoline prices. Leaders are hoping to pass legislation dealing with gas prices before the end of May, but would actually need Republican cooperation in the Senate to do so. The GOP is pushing for expanded fossil fuel production domestically, something progressive Democrats may be unable to support, and rising prices are a top concern for many voters, and many Democrats already face a tough road to holding on to control of the House and Senate in the November election. The Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation is estimated to have risen 6.7% in March from a year earlier. The average price for a gallon of regular gasoline is around $4.13. The American Rescue Plan has also provided an additional boost aid program for elderly citizens who might need extra help with groceries and food each month. The Commodity Supplemental Food Program provides low-income elderly individuals with supplemental nutritious food from the U.S. Department of Agriculture each month. According to the federal government, the monthly packages of food do not include whole meals and meal packages, but rather supply supplemental food products that are good sources of nutrients. The Commodity Supplemental Food Program supplies a variety of food like grain, oatmeal, and corn grits. Now, in order to be eligible for the program, individuals must be 60 years or older and must have household income at or below 130% of the federal poverty